You are now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. From all your interviews you've done on the show, have you seen a connection between entrepreneurship or success and mental health?
Yeah, there's a real connection. It's meaning. That's what it is. And you know, Viktor Frankl wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. It's probably one of the most influential books I've ever read. He was in Auschwitz, in the concentration camps. His wife, he didn't realize until right at the very end, was in the camp next to him. But he was analyzing everybody, and meaning and purpose is so important. Men and women don't understand each other. Okay, they just don't. You know, I'm married, and I don't understand you and you don't understand me, and we keep trying to get each other to understand. You know, my wife will always say to me, "Tell me about this, tell me about that," and I don't want to talk about something until it's done. You know, if I'm going through something with work, okay, a client, a project, or something, I'm not interested in having to discuss. My brain's going like this. I'm like, I can't disseminate half of it for you. I can disseminate all of it, but only when it's done. Stop asking me about it. Well, I was only asking how your day was. And so, you know, who did you interview today? Tell me about how the interview went, okay? I'm like, so, meaning is important. So, what we attach meaning to in our early parts of our career. Women wear shoes with the red bits on the bottom. What are they called?
Christian Louboutins.
Okay, they cost £1,000. Okay, because they're painted in red on the bottom. Does it make them better? No. It makes them shoes with red bits on the bottom. Yeah, I have 2 daughters. I bought a pair on Friday. I know exactly how much they cost. Okay, handbags from £500 to £50,000. Okay, does it make you a better person? No. Does it carry more? No. What does it do? It's just some possession that you've bought. And we get sucked into this, making money and then spending money on things that give us validation. You know, you'll notice now, okay, I am the most underdressed person ever, anywhere, okay? I'm not interested. If you tell me I've got to wear this all day, every day, I'm fine. Okay, I think this is Lululemon. I like it because it's stretchy and it's nice. Okay, these are stretchy, and I don't know why, but I got into wearing Jordans recently. But not like I'm spending £1,000 on a pair of shoes in it. Why do we do it? Okay, there's something missing in our life that means there's some issue that we've got in our life. There's some lack of something in our life that means that if I carry a Hermes Birkin bag, I'm better than you. If I drive a Ferrari, I'm better than you. Okay, when I get on the plane and I turn left, I'm better than you. Okay, oh no, I need to go in first class because I need to sleep on the plane on the way home. Okay, because that's important to me. I'm better than you. What are you going down the back for? You know, one of the greatest levelers for me getting onto first class one day was getting on the plane, and there was a boy with his dad, an Emirati man with his son in front of him. His son was yay high, and as he got on the plane, the son looked at his dad, and his dad looked at his son and said, "What?" He said, "Daddy, why are all these people on our plane?" I was just like, okie dokie. You're living. But it's like, why are we attaching so much value to material possessions? When you find the people that actually then have the money don't see any value in them. Okay, it's like some countries you wear your wealth to demonstrate. Okay, the UK, it's a place of new and old money. Why is this wearing of wealth important? You know, why does it matter? What does it signify? You know, if you've got a big diamond or a little diamond, what does it matter? The person that bought you that engagement ring bought it with love. They didn't buy it so that you could go, "Hey everyone, I'm better than you." That's to demonstrate love. Okay, the clothes that you wear, the labels inside, what do they really mean? They mean that you're a sucker for a label. That's what they mean. They mean that you feel there's more value because on the inside of this jacket, it may say Gucci or it might say Primani. If it says Gucci, it makes it better. Oh, the quality is better. No, I want to show you, okay, that I'm enough. And so the reason people get into a dark place is that they then realize that none of that mattered. and they're really disappointed with themselves for getting sucked into it. You know, why did that matter? That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, a lot of these people, when they're on a mission, they don't have depression. So while you're going through a growth phase of a business, often there are so many challenges that you don't feel any form of depression. Your brain's full of just like next step, next step, next step, next step. Okay. You're having fun. It's challenging. It's frightening. It's pressure, blah, blah, blah. When you get to a point where you've made the money, then you realize that it wasn't the goal that actually mattered. It was the journey. And I know that's so cliche, but the journey matters. As we go through life, we're on a journey anyway. We don't stop at a goal. Okay, what happens the 5 minutes after a goal? Oh, nothing. Okay, there's life still, yeah? And so we get to this place where if we reach a goal, yay, we celebrate it. Okay, done. Now what? Okay, now we can say, oh yeah, but you should be really pleased with yourself. You reached this goal. It's like, okay, but what's next? And the real questions that we should ask ourselves is, what do we really want? Like, what do we really want? And fuck everybody else. It doesn't matter what everybody else wants. It doesn't matter what society tells you it wants. You know, some of the worst decisions I've ever made have been around my ego, okay? And I'll say this on camera for everyone to understand. Private school costs a load of money and is a waste of time. All right, my kids went to one of the best schools in the UK. Cost me fortunes to send them there. Didn't make them better human beings. Okay, it doesn't make them better in any way. It doesn't give them a better chance in business. That's just nonsense. My youngest has just graduated. My oldest graduated last year. They both went to university. The first kids in my family to ever go to university. Okay, Why? Because dad wants you to go. My eldest Taylor, when she left university last year, she walks out, she goes across the stage, gets her scroll with a silly hat and all that kind of stuff, walks over and she just gives it to me. She puts it in my hand. She's like, can I go and get a job now? Okay? She did it for me. All because of some ego-led thing, you know. School sports day at my kid's school. Who had the biggest marquee, candelabras, put a pig on a roast, spit on a roll, that kind of stuff? Who had the biggest and the best, you know? Who had the British Racing Green Range Rovers and all that nonsense? Like, for who? What we've got to work out is what our mission is. Okay, we've got to work out what our purpose is, why we're here. What is it we're doing to change? What is it we're doing to change the world? What is it we're doing to make other people's lives better? Now, that can be in all areas of work and business and charity. There's a million things. But we've got to find out what it is. And a lot of time we don't. And that's what leads people to dark places. We end up not knowing what we want, or we end up not knowing why we're here. Or we ask ourselves a question, is this it? And when you ask yourself a question, is this it? It's really dangerous, you know, and that often happens as we get a little bit older, like we get into our 40s, we start asking those questions because we're accelerating a lot of the time in the earlier years. It's like we want to be somebody, so we're trying to be somebody, whatever that somebody is. And so everybody that's listening and everybody that's watching this, as you ask that question, if you don't know what it is, it's really important to go find it. And it doesn't matter what it is. Don't let society tell you. It could be you really want to be a beekeeper. It could be you love bees. It could be you just want to help people wear comfortable shoes. It could be you just want to try and impact people that are suffering. It doesn't matter. Okay? There is no more greater purpose that I have in my life than helping children that have been trafficked. There's no more. There's no money in that, I promise you. Okay, there's not a penny in it. But there's no greater value I get out of life than trying to help other people that are suffering. And so that's why we go into dark places. We've got to get an understanding of that. And most people have been to a dark place. You know, younger people will listen to this going, well, I'm all right, actually. You know, I'm fine. I'm on my journey. Great. Okay. Make sure your journey, okay, is something that doesn't lead you to an ending that will lead you to an emptiness.